So I just want to talk for a second about up-leveling and what that means, right? So when we ask for more, and so basically what has come through recently is when we're given more and more and more and more, there needs to be a greater expansion of our boundaries. And so if you can think about it, think about a circle, for example, right? You are in the middle of a circle and you can move from point top, like the top of the circle to the side of the circle to the bottom of the circle to the outside of the circle. And you can move all around that circle, and those are your boundaries. But you cannot go beyond that circle until you feel safe, until you feel like you're at a full yes, you feel like you can safely expand. And so when you push out to the edge of your boundaries and you get out to the edge of that circle and you feel like, okay, I'm feeling really good about the boundaries that I've set for myself and I'm ready to expand. That is what is called up-leveling and pushing, to the beyond the edge of our boundaries to create a whole new circle for ourselves that encompasses a whole new set of lessons and a whole new set of intake. And so basically, as we're up leveling through our soul and our spirit, I want to give you a little analogy here. So, for example, say that we have come onto this planet at this time to, our souls have inhabited these bodies. We have chosen to be in these specific bodies. We have chosen to be in these specific lives because this planetary experience that we're having is what some people would call a great, big, beautiful mystery school. And so, hey, Christina, hey, girlfriend, thanks for the hearts. So when we begin to upgrade the mystery school is really the upgrading of the quality of our love. So say, for example, each lifetime is a new grade in this mystery school. So we go from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to lifetime learning lessons. And so many times, right, there's an opportunity to learn, and that is us pushing up against our boundaries. That's us pushing up against one of those blocks, right? So this universe is a limitless, expansive universe that goes beyond even the reality and of the scope of what we could even possibly begin to imagine within the limiting thought patterns of our own minds. And yet this is a limitless, abundant universe where there are actually just the boundaries are the scope of our own minds and how far we feel that we can expand safely. And so with that being said, we're coming back into our mystery school time and time again. And slowly but surely, each of us will continue to graduate, right, through the initiation of death. And it's a beautiful experience of continuing to graduate, but unless we are learning the lessons and pushing up against our edge boundaries and then learning those lessons so that we can move past those edges for us and can move past into the next graduation step, we will continue, to learn the same lessons over and over and over again. It's just like a school, right? And so there's no such thing as pass or fail. It's just about setting the right boundaries for ourselves and setting the right foundations for ourselves in which we can safely explore and safely learn our own boundaries. And so as we progress and keep learning and becoming more cosmic and pushing past the boundaries of our own limitations, we graduate to these levels where all of a sudden we realize that we're no longer, we are always the student, but at the same time we have a certain responsibility within this mystery school to teach and to give the lessons that we have been shared with, right? So that's a beautiful opportunity that I see so many people on this planet taking right now, as there are so many people still very much in grade school, and there are a lot of teachers emerging on the planet right now, and it's so beautiful. And there's an incoming and an influx of new information on this planet that is just like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling it in such a deep way. I mean, I go into meditation and it's just like I have to have a journal next to me and write because it's coming in so fast. And so once we step into that place of becoming a teacher, we actually, it's like an awakening, it's an initiation and an awakening process of basically saying, you know, I choose what grade I evolve into next time. I choose that I want to, you know, go to mystery school college. I choose that I want to go on further and further and further and further and continue my education. And I'm not talking about school on this physical plane. I'm talking about the grand scheme of this limitless universal school that we end up all being a part of and sharing. And so as you wake up to the fact that your life is only one tiny, tiny, tiny little percentage of that school, and that you happen to be in one part of that school that is just the smallest piece of this grand and big and beautiful and expansive beyond the reality of our conscious awareness school, you actually get to choose then. You get to choose what school you end up going into and where, and the lessons that you learn. And so you can start to call in the lessons, right? We become so aware and so conscious and so, and we become the observer, right, of our lessons so deeply passing through us that all of a sudden we can say, yes, I see this lesson. I choose and acknowledge to go further with it, or I choose to not go further with it, and I'm calling in all of this other stuff that I know is going to push the shit out of my boundaries, but that's going to help me evolve. Because what are we here to do on this planet, you guys? We're here to evolve the quality of our love. We are here to remember the ecstatic, orgasmic experience of love in which we came from, this beautiful, energetic life force flow that moves through us. And we are just remembering how to align deeper and deeper and deeper and more beautifully with that divine, ecstatic, orgasmic life force that runs and flows through all things as a beautiful vibration and frequency that radiates within us and outside of us, and through this entirety of this beautiful mystery school that we inhabit right now, that we are part of. And so, my friends, with that being said, each and every one of us is linked in a way, because as people grow into becoming the teachers, well, there are still so many students. And those students have so many beautiful lessons to learn too, to become the teachers eventually as well. And so this becomes the idea that when we start to take on more and more and more and more, as we start to evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve more in our love, we're being given so many more lessons to process through so much quicker. And we have hopefully gained enough tools over the process of all of it to be able to to transmute those lessons really quickly through us. And eventually we become we learn so many tools of, like, even when you're in the craziness of all of the 3,000 things that you do in your life to create beautiful businesses and create beautiful circumstances for yourself in life, you have so many tools that, like, even when you're in the craziness, you're able to just breathe through the craziness. You're able to just relax through the busyness. And so as we learn the tools and we continue to ask and ask and ask and say, yeah, I am consciously evolving in my love, and I am ready to bring on so much more, and I'm ready to be so much more of an impact on this planet, and I'm ready to be so much more of a love on this planet. And so that then allows us to start to tune into the fact that we are these vibrational, multi-dimensional beings. So we can step into one world, and we can step into one school, right? And we can be there as a teacher for one school, or we can be there as a student for another school, or we can step into a whole nother world. We can become these multidimensional creatures. We don't have to just be one personality. Like when you see Carla, like, you are identifying and defining me as who you think I am, but I step into so many different worlds in just this one lifetime that I almost cannot be defined any longer. I have so many different pathways. I'm an artist here, and I'm a musician there, and I am a teacher here, and I am holding space there, and there's so many different aspects of myself that it would be ridiculous to try to define myself. And that is what up-leveling is, my friends. When we get to a point in our lives that we have so many beautiful things evolving through us, and we're just allowing that life force to flow so genuinely and so beautifully through each of our cells, pouring out of us in creative endeavors, then it's just like, woo! We have just up-leveled the entirety of our beingness because we are no longer definable. I could not put on a business card what I am. Right? I'm like in the process of creating all these new businesses, and I could not put on a business card who Carla Sanson is, because I have up-leveled and gone beyond the need to have any style of definition around me any longer. I'm a multidimensional human being. I have so many different aspects of myself that emerge in so many different ways. When I'm around different people, I'm a different style of human. When I'm around this person, I act in this way. When I'm around this person, I hold space in this way. And I am just able to basically dissolve parts of myself so that I can be this open vessel for whatever life wants to flow through. And that, my friends, is becoming an up-leveled, multidimensional creatrix or creator on this planet. I'm really excited to share that as I said before, one of my very many gifts that I'm bringing to this planet is a new business, a new coaching business. I'm feeling really excited and really inspired to be there for others in this motivational way of helping others to recognize their life force and allow this beautiful divine flow of life to flow through them to create businesses, to create new projects. And in that way, I want to help and be of service to others in coaching you as you become a multidimensional, limitless, amazingly expansive human being that you are meant to be on this planet. And so with that being said, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you for just simply being here on this planet and for choosing this planet right here, right now, because we have so many lessons to learn. And you've chosen to take on those lessons. And so I am giving so much gratitude for you in this moment. You are a beautiful being of so much brilliant potential. And I'm grateful to be of service and to be with you here today. Blessings on your day, you guys.